odd, interesting camera angle, but that's because I've just finished filming a ton of other videos and I am so tired of standing, so I'm going to sit down and hey, you can see basically almost the entire studio. You got the tech set right there, the editing desk here, the music set here, and slightly off camera over there is the new official drive set with a few other knickknacks on top of it. But anywho, in this vlog, I wanted to talk about one thing in particular. I hate living here in Michigan. I've mentioned that I lived in Michigan for such a long time, and there are so many reasons why I hate here. First of all, I'm in the UP, which means we get a crap ton of snow. It was also really cold up here, and it was just 2 days ago, St. Patrick's Day actually. Oh, I hate how this, such a weird coincidence, but somehow every single St. Patrick's Day, we always get a snowstorm come in. And this one especially was not fun because not only did we have to, of course, shovel everything out and plow everything out, but the plow also broke to the point where we can't actually use it. And we weren't done with it. And unfortunately, of course, because my family is oh so generous to me, they basically got to the spot where I parked my car last, which meant I had to shovel out the entire parking spot that I park at. Not fun. Thanks, guys. And in doing that, it's really just reassured me that I just can't stand living up here. There's some people who just don't want me to leave, unfortunately, but I hate to tell this, even though I'm close with the very few people up here, yeah, I can't live up here anymore. I've been living up here for basically my entire life, and I hate it. Snowstorm after snowstorm. They were fun at first. It was fun to go sledding and various other winter activities, but it gets old very fast. And when you're trying to now go about your day and such, the snow is just nothing but a huge setback. You have to take extra time to clear your driveway out, so make sure your car doesn't get stuck. You then also have to brush your car off if you don't have a garage, which is, to my surprise, the majority of houses up here, they don't have garages. I'm lucky we're in a house that has one, except oh wait, I don't get dibs on it. So of course, that doesn't even matter to me. And it's just assured me time and time again, every single winter, I hate living up here. And ever since a few things that have happened a few years ago, aside from the pandemic, I'm talking about actually issues that I'm not going to go too in depth up here, but basically it results in the point where, okay, I am absolutely fed up, and now I discover that our costs of living up here are way higher than a few other places. Like if we go down to central Wisconsin, for example, my mom and sisters and I have gone down to central Wisconsin because, well, we've got family down there. But when we've gone down there for the holidays and gone shopping to get a few extra things we needed for meals or parties and such, every single time we look at the prices and our mouths drop. The prices down in central Wisconsin are 2.5 times less than what everything costs up here. So yeah, not only is our gas more expensive than basically everywhere else except California. California still got higher gas prices than here, which makes sense to be honest. But our electric rates are even more expensive than California's, and our food costs 2.5 times as much here, as well as basically any other goods and things that you buy from Walmart, for example. Yes, we compare the prices at Walmart in central Wisconsin to Walmart here, and everything is 2.5 times more expensive. It sucks. And not to mention, because where I live in particular, it's very close to a college town. Due to the fact that it's close to a college town, of course, that means housing is ridiculously expensive up here. Even rent. It's so bad to the point where I'm basically better off just paying a mortgage on a house. It's that bad. So on top with general costs of living up here being higher than they should be, along with the natural weather up here, yeah, it's really hard for me to actually want to live here in Michigan anymore. I just can't stand it. I don't want to go downstate because things are, well, let's just say societal wise, not exactly what I'm a fan of per se. So I'm not going downstate. And again, even if you go downstate, I've gone downstate for a couple of Christmases, and sure, it's a tad warmer there, but not that much. You still get a lot of snow and such. Sorry, not going downstate. I basically realized, you know what? I think it's time that I start looking to move out of Michigan because I just can't stand living up here. Did I also mention that our roads absolutely suck? And it's because they waste all of our tax money on basically things that just make you question why. So because of that, our roads absolutely suck. In fact, I have never driven on a road that is in worse condition than actually my very road itself. And when you drive a car like Red Fox that has basically no rear suspension because it's shot, oh, driving over that is fun. So, yeah, I'm basically fed up with living here in the state. Our electric rates are way higher than they should be. Cost of living is way higher than it should be. I am so so tired of the winter and weather conditions here. I am also extremely tired of the roads here because I have to drive on them basically all the time. It's hard for me to want to live here anymore, so I have now started looking towards moving out of state. So, what state am I thinking about moving to? I've been eyeing a couple options like Colorado. Colorado seems like a nice place, aside from the very dense traffic due to Denver and such, and well, except I basically ruled out Colorado because Colorado is just either you live in the mountains and there's a ton of snow in the mountains, or you live east of it, like say east of Denver or east of I-25, then you get basically Great Plains scenery, and that is so hard for me to stare at all the time. I do not want to live in the Great Plains especially. So it's either Rocky Mountains or Great Plains, both of which, well, one, I especially don't like looking at the entire time. Sorry people who live in the Great Plains. I'm sorry. I don't know how you live out there. It is so boring to look at every single time. And then the mountains, I'm basically back to the whole winter problem. And also, I-70 is not fun to drive on, especially in the winter. So, yep, scrap the whole Colorado idea. And basically, at the moment, now I am currently looking at North Carolina because it actually retains a lot of the beautiful scenery that we have here. And despite that they're also in the mountains, they're further south, so the snow that they get is basically minimal if they do get any. And temperatures are actually much more tolerable compared to the negative zeros that we get here. Not to mention, among my whole channel network, I also have a drive channel as well, and having access to a few interstates is nice, and because it's also talking about electric cars, the specific area that I'm looking towards moving into, this can be the case with any state, to be honest. It doesn't really matter, but the specific area that I'm targeting has absolutely beautiful scenery. The cost of living, I hear, is actually a little high there too, but something tells me it's not as high as what it is up here, and you'd be surprised what our prices are for everything up here. Like eggs, why are eggs so expensive? I hear they're expensive in other places in the country too, but eggs are like 15 bucks a carton here or something. What? Thank goodness my family has our own chickens that lay their own eggs, therefore we don't have to pay the stupidly high prices for eggs right now. But yeah, I've just been eyeing North Carolina, and primarily because temperatures, the weather there is great, the scenery is absolutely beautiful, and specifically where I'm looking at in North Carolina, I'm looking in western North Carolina. It's actually like in the Smoky Mountains and Blue Ridge Mountains, and I do like mountain scenery, and despite that, yeah, it's the mountains where there's typically snow. It's pretty far south to the point where snow doesn't really stay on the ground, so not complaining about that. And also the general area where I'm moving to, I get access to 2 separate interstates, as well as a whole bunch of EV charging stations, because I plan on doing a lot of electric car content. And one of the biggest reasons that's affecting my decisions on where I want to move, the drive channel. Other channels like the gadgets channel, it doesn't matter where I live. I can make gadgets videos anywhere. I could even make them in my car if I wanted to, for example. If I have to take a road trip, all I have to do is just find a topic and I can talk about that while driving. Okay, yeah, it won't be ideal because like, why are you making gadgets videos in your car? But the point is, it's possible. I can make gadgets videos anywhere. I can make vlogs anywhere, especially travel vlogs. I've done 2 travel vlogs already. Once to DC, once to South Dakota, both of which were fun. I can make vlogs anywhere. I can make fun videos anywhere, like the Random Alpha, where, yeah, I just do fun content. I don't have to be here specifically to do that. I don't have to be in a specific area in the country to do that. I just need a room, a bedroom, for example, or just a little office, who knows what. Podcast, again, same deal. I can be anywhere and do a podcast, especially when the camera and the microphones on my laptop are so good. I could even record a podcast in the car. Yeah, I can do podcasts anywhere. I can do fun videos anywhere. I can do vlogs anywhere. Gadgets videos anywhere. I'm probably missing a channel or 2. Oh, Beats videos. Again, I can do those anywhere. I just need like 20 minutes to make a Beats video and that's it. But the biggest thing that is actually affecting my decision on where I want to live, especially here, I really want to review more cars up here. And yeah, right now I got a very small channel network, even though my channel has been growing at least every single video I post now. Every single video I've been posting on the Drive channel and the Gadgets channel, I get new subscribers, which is great. Thank you guys for dedicating some time to watch my videos. I appreciate it so much. But the biggest reason why I especially want to move, especially channel-wise, is with the Drive channel. When you talk about a lot of cars and when you want to especially review a lot of cars, you got to get out and such. And let me tell you, it's not very fun to have to get out in like 15 degree or even worse, 0 degree weather. It's not uncommon for us to get below 0 degrees here, although this winter has been absolutely weird and has been slightly warmer. Thank you, nature, for this being a slightly warmer winter, so this isn't the worst, but still, when snowstorms snowstorms come through, it's just not fun. It's not fun to deal with snowstorms, and I hate it so much. So in terms of channels that would affect the most, it would basically allow me to improve content for the drive channel because I'm not stuck in a room trying to stay warm, because I can be outside and do it. The weather will be nice. And sure, in North Carolina, I've been paying attention to the specific area that I'm looking towards moving to. It does get cold, but like the coldest it gets is like low 30s, maybe high 20s. I can tolerate that kind of temperatures. In fact, that's the temperatures we've been getting here, strangely enough, all winter. That is weird because typically we get below zero. It is not uncommon us to get temperatures below zero, and yet this winter we've been averaging like somewhere in the 20s, which is very strange. But just other external factors, like aside from the climate here, cost of living is extremely high. I have a huge problem with political situation going on in the state. It is absolutely corrupt, and I'm basically going to end that discussion here. But yeah, I do not see any reason to stay here in Michigan other than the fact that I got a lot of family here in Michigan. I've got a few friends here in Michigan, and well, that's basically it. But I mean, we've got phones with FaceTime and iMessage and, well, general phone calls. And because those things exist, personally, I think I'd be comfortable moving away at this point. Well, after finances get in order. And unfortunately, it will be a while before I even move. But the basic gist of this blog that I want to get out there is I am very tired of living here in this state. I want to get out of here. I just can't stand it anymore. But before that happens, I need to get my car replaced because I highly doubt that car will be able to even survive the area I'm looking to move to, because it's a slightly, where I'm living right now, it's more of a rural environment, and where I'm looking to move to, it's a bit more of a city environment, which honestly, I'm not even a fan of city environments. But the reason why I'm looking to move there is actually because it has a lot of dealerships, and where there's a lot of dealerships, there's a lot of different cars you can review, which, yeah, again, that's going to especially help the drive channel. And I'm going to get access to interstates. In fact, actually, where I'm looking to move is actually right along the interstate. So because of that, I need a car that is going to be capable of dealing with that type of traffic, and I highly doubt Red Fox will be capable of dealing with high-speed, dense traffic because, for one, visibility is not the best out the rear of that thing, and I don't know how much high-speed traffic that vehicle will be able to take, especially considering it is kind of falling apart in various other aspects. So before that ever happens, I first need to get a new car. Then I need to figure out how to be able to afford a house down there, because evidently the houses are also kind of expensive in North Carolina in general. But then again, as I discovered, houses are expensive everywhere. Like, interest rates are so high that it's kind of hard to want to buy a house at the moment. So maybe, who knows, if time in the future prices come down or something, that would be absolutely nice. But even if cost of living were to drop here in Michigan, I'd still want to get out because I'm so tired of these winters. I can't take it. Even this is a mild winter. We have had generous weather for basically the past few months, but even that is still enough to drive me absolutely mad. I need to get out of here. So until I can get my Tesla, which, yeah, finances are still coming along. They have unfortunately taken a huge setback due to my car just absolutely falling apart left and right, and I had to get these things taken care of in order to drive it. Red Fox, you're absolutely killing my wallet, and I need that wallet for other things like a house and, well, a Tesla. So I gotta get the car replaced first, especially because, yeah, especially a house in North Carolina would be really nice. Oh, it's not gonna work. Then I need to get all of my YouTube channels monetized and actually start making money, because according to my boss, I have a lot of value that a lot of machine shops are not going to be able to find in most other machine operators. Because something unique about me is most other machine operators, when it comes to programming them, they do it all basically via CAM software. I am the oddball that actually programs by hand. Like, I use a keyboard and type every single character in every program. And because of that, that has a lot of value that you're not going to find out of a lot of machinists. So according to my boss, evidently with my type of skill level, although I don't exactly know CAM, and there are situations where you do need to know CAM supposedly, according to my boss, I have a lot of value. Evidently, he says I'm not going to have a hard time finding a job anywhere, even in the general area where I'm looking towards moving at. Evidently, I've got a ton of value. So, but even still, I don't want to work as a machine operator my entire life. It is a cool job. It is, but honestly, I enjoy doing YouTube more, and I just wish that I could get these channels monetized. And so far, the gadgets on the Drive channel, they are trending in the right direction to the point where basically every single video I upload, I at least gain a new subscriber, which is awesome. It also reassures that people actually do care about my opinions, and I do actually have an important piece of information to get out to the internet. So it's good to see that more and more people are starting to see value in what I have to say, which is nice, and it is very encouraging for me. So thank you for your continued support and subscribing. You don't have to subscribe to the vlog. This is where I basically just talk about me. All of my other YouTube channels, I don't want them to be basically focused on me the entire time, even though I'm going to be uploading a video about my first Tesla experience on the Drive channel. So if you want to watch that, that'll be up on the Drive channel at some point. Thank you for supporting me even this far. Even though, yeah, I'm not monetized at this point, I'm planning on launching a Patreon page at some point after I figure out how the taxes with that work, because yeah, the IRS collects taxes from even that. So once I figure out how the taxation and all tax documents work with Patreon, then I'll eventually launch my Patreon page to the point where if you want to support me even further than where I'm currently at, want to help me fund my Tesla as well as get me the hell out of Michigan because I hate living here so much, that would be really appreciated as well. But in the meantime, thank you for your support this far, and well, there's my latest update on things that I'm thinking about in my life today. Thank you for watching. Do me a favor and interact with the stuff below. My name is Alpha DeWolf, Random Alpha, signing out.